This is outrageous. The FBI was caught literally blocking and shutting down an investigation that New Mexico authorities were conducting on Epstein's property, where it was alleged that 2 women were buried. According to the New York Times, today, finally, the 30,000 square foot mansion sitting on Zorro's ranch is being searched. In 2019, federal prosecutors from the Southern District of New York called up Mexico authorities and told them to stop what they were doing, to send all their information to them, and they would take it from there. And then they did nothing. His property is miles away from anybody else, and victims have claimed over the years that they were trafficked to this location. And he himself said he wanted to use this for some bizarre DNA experimental location so that he could spread his seed. Hector Balderas, a former New Mexico attorney general, asked the FBI what they were doing with this case and why nothing was happening, and they would not even comment. Victims said that they were trafficked there, and it's alleged that there are women buried, and the FBI didn't look at it at all. They shut it down. Lawmakers in New Mexico voted unanimously to reopen this investigation and to actually search the property. The cover-up goes extremely deep, and this must be exposed. The whole thing just screams of a cover-up over and over again. Why would the FBI tell the New Mexico authorities to give them all the evidence, to give them all the information, because they said that they could do a better job, but then they just shut it down? And when New Mexico asked where they were in the investigation, they could have said, oh, this is where we are, or these are the leads we're following up. They didn't even respond. And people ask the victims to keep coming out and talking about this, and they do. But when they ask those victims to name names, they are putting those victims in a great deal of danger. This type of cover-up that goes so deep and so far, it has people in it that we know their names, and it has a lot of people in it that we don't. People who are hiding in plain sight. People who can cause them a lot of damage. But I really believe that we are at a point right now that people are not letting this go. States are reopening investigations like New Mexico. People have lost faith that the FBI and the DOJ will do what they are supposed to be doing. It is up to us to continue to keep this in the headlines, to share this information, to ask why we are not investigating these crimes. We have thousands of women who said that they were trafficked. Those men who did that, they're still out there. They are probably still abusing women and children right now, because just because he's gone didn't take care of the need. There is supply and demand here, and that demand hasn't gone away. We must continue to demand for justice for those women, for those girls, and for the children that are still out there right now.